Hello and welcome back to the Innsmouth Case with me, Bardon. We're going to continue and see where we are. Right, so we're back at the beach. The screeching of seagulls, an endless white well. Brown, okay, fine grey. Beach, and the sound of the waves. Clean, well, potentially clean water. The algae are way too dense to really tell. You walk on the sand and move a little closer to the waterline, curious about what you might discover there. Although the sea is not stormy and the tide is low, Innsmouth Beach is not really a touristy place. Everything is simply too grey. This is what you associate with a real vacation. Sea. The sea. On the horizon, the ocean looks limitless. The rhythm of the waves is hypnotic. Spending time here is much better than visiting the dive bar next door. In the future, you should make day trips to run-down coastal villages more often. Lost in thought, you keep wandering over the dunes. You notice how all the colours of the sea and the beach seem to be swallowed up by the strange light conditions here. You hold your hand up in front of your face. Your skin looks grey and matte. But still, you feel relaxed. The murmur of the sea invigorates you. You feel a deep sense of longing within you, a serene sense of inner peace and freedom, until the techno music starts. A monotonous beat, the sound seems to come directly from the beach bar a few hundred yards off in the distance, which appears to be surrounded by about a dozen people. Given the changing weather, it's perhaps no surprise. What else is one supposed to do on this beach apart from drink cheap cocktails and dancing to bad music? Something strange grabs your attention. A kind of cage standing in the shallow water, perhaps 12 feet wide and deep. You walk. So we're going to go to the beach bar because we want to see if we can fall asleep and witness the ritual, but join in this time. The cries of seagulls are increasingly drowned out by early 90s techno beats. One note, that's all some people need to enjoy themselves. One note in an endless loop. The owner of the beach bar has taken great pains to make up for some of Innsmouth's deficits. The bar is made from wooden planks and features a nice countertop and an exotic canopy made from palm trees. Admittedly, the palm trees are no longer green. They're grey and dried out, just as if a demon had sucked the life force out of them. But it's easy to imagine that all this must have looked quite pretty once. The bar is flanked by wooden bar stools, and a few metres away, towards the ocean, 2 rows of deck chairs have been put up so that people can get drunk while lying down. From a distance the bar looked busy, but now, as you arrive, you realise that the party is already over, if it ever did take place. A dozen people hang out here. A few surfer dudes stagger about like zombies. Some of them carry empty cocktail glasses around. Some of them yell "Party" and "Woohoo" enthusiastically. Precisely this kind of people. A guy with long hair and sunglasses nods his head in time to the techno beat and taps along on the bar counter with his flat hand. There's no bar staff in sight. One of the tourist families you've spotted on the way here has spread out on the deck chairs. They're evidently trying to keep away from the party. You look around, you sit at the bar, you take up one of the deck chairs. I'm trying to remember what we did last time. The time that we got, I think maybe we went to the bar and then we went to the deck chairs, so I'm going to try that. Sit at the bar. You follow an instinct and sit down at the bar. This place reminds you of your favourite bar in Boston. Only that here there's sand on the ground instead of vomit. You feel at home. Some hippie is poking at the slushy fruit remains in a cocktail glass with a straw. He nods over to you as you sit down. This is clearly not his first drink. Where's the bartender? Where's the bartender? He stops poking the fruit in his glass around and pushes his bandana into place. Dunno. Things were really happening. You get me? Then Zeke took off about an hour ago, and since then, no booze. He sighs. It's the kind of sigh that you might hear from a war veteran. Why would someone simply leave a busy beach bar? A bar with an unattended supply of alcohol. Something's not right. Let's take up one of the deck chairs. It can't hurt to just rest for a moment. It means you'll be able to resume your mission full of energy, or whatever. Most of the chairs are free. All offer excellent views of the sea and an increasingly cloudy horizon. You're spoiled for choice. Of course, you're going over to where the other tourists are. Why not? Maybe you'll be able to learn their language if you spend some time around them. It's one of the families you've already noticed a few times today. Happily chatting parents who are constantly eating and are chronically bad-tempered children. The four are hard to miss with their loud chatter and tasteless tourist outfits. They've settled down on the deck chairs, sipping on some soft drinks. You clear your throat. The intentional signal for "hello there, I would like to say something." What are you going to ask them? I'm looking for this girl. Looking for this girl, you say, and show them the photo of Tabitha. The parents bend forward and squint in order to see the little face better. "Nope, sorry," the father says and goes back to sipping his fruit juice. "Nope, me neither," the wife adds. "Nothing then." What are you going to ask them? Nothing, to hell with them. Nothing, to hell with them. Who are you kidding? You decide to lean into your antisocial side. You get comfortable on the deck chair. The incoherent chatter of the family remains, merely a static noise in the background. Not too shabby. The dark clouds drawing together on the horizon worry you a little, but they're far away enough for you to simply enjoy this moment on a beach. Technically, you have been near a beach the whole time, but you couldn't really switch off. There was a haunting sense of danger, a feeling of paranoia that you simply couldn't shake off. Luckily, the paranoia has now gone. Cool sea breeze caresses your face as you tune out the other tourists' annoying conversations. You listen to the murmur of the waves, the regular to and fro of the sea. There's a soothing effect on you. Your eyes fall shut. It's cold, you're freezing, which is annoying because you had settled down quite comfortably on one of the deck chairs. You could swear you'd noticed a shadow while half asleep. There was a figure who tried to grab you and carry you away. Was that all a dream? Chilly wind blows on your face. Oh, damn it. This case is going to be the death of you. You simply lie there as if dead. You attempt to return to a more comfortable position. Are punished by a stabbing pain in your behind. Some bit from the chair is digging into you. Probably a cheap model. Damn tight asses, you mutter weakly and push yourself into an upright position. The sun is now set and all other holidaymakers have gone. Instead of freezing their asses off, they're probably sitting in a warm hotel by now. The moon illuminates the beach and the waves shimmer in its eerie green glow. Green. Nature's fascinating. You stretch your tense neck when you notice some lights off in the distance. That has fallen, and with each passing minute it seems to get chillier. The lights appear to be moving and are leading away from the town. You wonder whether you should take a closer look at the spectacle or go to your warm hotel. You go along the beach towards the lights. Why not? The day is almost over anyway, and maybe you can at least manage to figure out what the lights in the distance are all about. You trudge through the sand, then you notice that the lights you are heading towards are moving. They do not stand still, but twitch back and forth. Hang on a minute. You're on the beach. It's night. Weird blinking lights? This is clearly a rave. A rave. That makes sense. The only question is whether you'll join the party or not. Raves have always been a favourite pastime of yours. Strange staccato movements and colourful glow sticks. You've always been a fan of things that move quickly and emit light, just like most cats. That's why rave parties have always fascinated you. You hurry along. You've arrived. Somewhat indecisively, you stand on a sand dune and take in the spectacle. There are 20, maybe 30 people who've gathered here on the beach, close to the waves. You see that they are naked under the rags and nets that they are wearing on their bodies. They are performing a sensual and seemingly uncontrolled dance while waving glow sticks in the air. The masks that people are wearing seem familiar from film and television. Distorted faces with angry mouths and ugly goggle eyes. Reminds you a little of voodoo, but here on the coast of New England. You're not quite sure anymore whether you are at a rave party or actually an exotic fertility ritual. The acoustics are bad. Instead of the clear techno beat, the people here rely on singing. They could do it rehearsing though. Without any sense of rhythm, the people are chanting the same refrain over and over again. Ta, ta, Cthulhu Flang. Let's watch. You make yourself comfortable on the cool sand of the dune. A good decision. You have a perfect view of the dancers, a bizarre spectacle all in all. And exotic. You didn't think that a dump like Innsmouth would put on a performance like these. The men and women stretch their bodies into impossible shapes, keep singing their admittedly somewhat monotonous song. For minutes on end, they run round in circles on the sand. The ground is marked with glowing green spray paint. People keep brushing against each other. Some of them are really going for it and have started licking each other. That means you... Let's join in. The whole point of holidays is doing crazy things you normally wouldn't. And besides, nobody here knows you. You sneak up to the group of dancers and attempt to seamlessly blend into the chaotic spectacle. You're lucky. In the midst of the rags that most people are wearing here, your detective outfit doesn't particularly stand out. You're just another freak among many. You get swept up in the ecstasy of the dance. Your thighs tremble and your arms wriggle about. You throw back your head and join the loud chanting. Yeah, yeah, sully frogs, you enthusiastically imitate the chant. A few glow sticks have been dropped during the dance and lie abandoned in the sand. When you bend down to pick up one of them, you realize that they are not disposable glow sticks at all. They're algae, glowing algae. You keep dancing cheerfully. Past the bizarre mass with swollen eyes, which up close look much more threatening. A bit scary from a distance, this horror part of the show would have completely escaped you. The party seems to be shifting onto the next phase. The dancers have now stopped their ecstatic movements and stand still with their outstretched arms facing the ocean. Silence. Complete silence. Apart from the monotonous murmur of the waves. Then you can make out another sound. A strange hissing. Another group of amateur actors joins the dancers. They come straight out of the water and wear costumes more suitable for Halloween than a rave party. Greenish scales cover their costumes. Or is it professional makeup? The scaly skin costumes look super real. The muscular, clumsy and much too long arms end in a set of lifelike claws. The heads are a mixture of a dumb-looking fish and a deadly grizzly. Whoever came up with this mask seriously needs to see a therapist. When the first masked creature reaches the group of dancers, you realize that these guys must have seriously trained for this gig. All of them have bodies you can only get through years of hard physical training and guzzling down loads of steroids. They're also stark naked. You'll tilt your head involuntarily. Some things on bodies are quite difficult to replicate, even with paper mache or plastic mold. You know this from your own Halloween craft endeavours. It's even more difficult to make these things move and react authentically. It takes a lot of willpower to tear your eyes away from this sight. The dance group seems to welcome the newcomers warmly. They mingle. Each of the costumed giants seems to know exactly with whom they want to spend the evening. Doesn't it take long, and every partygoer is paired up with one of the fish creatures? I'm gonna guess except for us. You stand a little off to the side and watch as they explore each other's bodies. Then they start to... Whoa! Okay, this party is definitely X-rated. A brave choice for a tourist entertainment program. When you're still gasping for air indignantly, the couples are already rolling in the sand, groaning with pleasure. Only one of the costume giants has not yet found a partner. His milky eyes fall on you. Uh-oh. He stalks over to you on his long legs. With one of his claws, he points at you, then at himself. Well, we're here to take part, so... why the hell not? Get over here. Why the hell not? Get over here, you say, and open your arms. What follows is private, and definitely not R-rated. You're fascinated, no, thrilled, with the fish mutant costume. The things you like best are... the full lips and long tongue. The bulging lips of the costume taste of salt and make you very thirsty. It could of course also be due to the fact that you are sweating and rolling around in the sand with this man. His long, thin tongue explores the inside of your mouth. It touches the back of your throat and briefly causes you to gag, which almost ruins your sensual foreplay. That was wild. When the deed is done, you lie in the cool sand in your partner's enveloping embrace. All around you, the other couples do the same. Together you look up to the green hue of the starry sky. No words are needed. The man in the fish costume only makes hissing and bleating sounds, but you have a deeper connection. This is rare. You feel at ease, maybe for the first time in your life. Time flies much too fast. The rave party is over, and most of the dancers from Innsmouth start walking back towards the harbour on shaky legs. And so your parting is near too. You try to give him your phone number, but he plays dumb. He snarls and shuffles towards the ocean. Just when you think you have found someone with whom you can live out your animal instincts, that person decides to wordlessly disappear into the sea. Typical. You watch thoughtfully as his head disappears beneath the waves. You're not 100% sure if you use this day to the fullest, considering the reason you actually came here. Neither are you sure who the guy and his friends were and why they showed up in the costume to an orgy. And well, some other things also remain unclear. With a sigh, you pat the sand off your clothes and make your way to the hotel. Okay, and that's where we're going to leave that one. So, hope you have enjoyed. Hope you are keeping safe out there. And I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button there on the right, or checking out some other videos here on the left, or perhaps you might even share with some friends.